ones I've just mentioned.
Okay. I said the other time, like, we have some certain youths now, basically on our own economy now. There are some youths that I think they want to come together, or they want to even work for free, because it's like working for free as a volunteer. That even have not eaten since morning. How do they go about it?
Okay, so this finger is not equal.
It's not equal.
Sure you get, and we are all wired differently. We are all wired differently. That's why I'm saying we have some set of persons that can young persons that can afford to do these things. And most of these programs that we are talking about, some of these programs organized by these NGOs are for youths that you just mentioned, are for young persons, are for adults, aged ones, young persons that you just mentioned in this category. So for people, that young persons that can afford to contribute their own quota by volunteering for these organizations, to be of help to all these other persons you just mentioned that cannot afford to, why not? Just because these are finger are not equal, and we are not wired, we are wired differently.
Okay, since we are allowed to get involved in governance of today, what are the factors drawing youth away from the politics? Because there should be.
I think the number one factor drawing youth away from politics is the fact that politics here in Nigeria has been termed politics a dirty that politics is a dirty game.
Yeah,
The way the politics is being played in this our country, they will say, if you are not strong-willed, if you don't have a strong mind, you cannot join the Nigerian politics, because they might send people to kill you, they might threaten you, a lot of things. So this is one of the major factor that is affecting or drawing youth away from joining politics. Another factor is for those that want to run for political offices. The amount that they put out for you to purchase a form is outrageous. It's very outrageous.
Because I know, if you can afford it, where do you see the money?
Exactly. And another factor I feel is the way the politics is being played. It's just now that we are seeing that they are trying to include the youth in the system. So you get, it's just now that we are trying to see that, okay, the youth are being involved. Even the few youths that have been part of it for a very long time, they have no place. It's just recently when the campaign, the clamor for youth to get involved is getting so loud that everybody can hear. That's why we are seeing some persons, some leaders, some older ones giving youth the opportunity. Which one of it is what we are enjoying in this state as at now?
We'll be right back. Don't forget, you are still on Parliament Roundtable on Alure FM.
Undivided and voice, we will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours.
Welcome back. Honorable, sir, I have a question here for you.
Okay.
And the question is, to me, when I think of it, I said, is it necessary for you to be into politics before even contributing to the country?
Well, it's not necessary. Just like I mentioned, I already mentioned areas that we can contribute our own quota to governance, which we cannot separate governance from politics. Sure you get, they work hand in hand. Sure you get. So, but it's very, very important for us to ensure that while everybody cannot be in politics, just like I mentioned earlier, that there are other ways that you can contribute without also joining politics per se. There are several ways that we can contribute to governance without
Without joining
joining politics, which I already mentioned earlier. which I already mentioned there. So I feel it's very possible. It's very possible. But where the major impact will be seen is when we join, which I also understand that everybody cannot be into politics. Yeah.
But I think if a youth didn't join a politics, maybe a politician going to a politician because they want to do some certain things, doesn't mean things that they will do doesn't have impact.
No. Just like I said, I think I tried to clear that. I said that for a young person, for any individual to contribute their quota to what is happening in their state, in their local community, there are several things they can do. For instance, you see someone trying to demolish a particular street light, or trying to cut a wire from a particular street light. You call the person, you are contributing your quota, because one of the major problems we have as a country is maintenance culture. Yeah, fine, the government are not doing what they are supposed to do, but the little they are doing, even we the citizens, we lack maintenance culture.
You can actually maintain it, because
exactly
we have some people that
exactly
their work is also like that, and
exactly.
they can even work to it and
so because some of the things, for instance, now an honorable comes to his constituency, and he said, okay, I'm doing a borehole for them, and after doing the borehole, come back 2-3 weeks later, you will notice that maybe the cap of that tap is gone, or maybe one pipe has been they've busted one pipe. So I feel that as individuals, as citizens of our state, of our nation, one of the role we are also meant to play, even without coming into politics, you get, is like, okay, how can we maintain these things that the government have put in place? How can we maintain that's one way to contribute. That's one way to contribute as well. So there are several ways that we can contribute, even without saying we want to even come into politics. But at the same time, I'm still going to admonish for as many persons that want to come into politics to come into politics, because we need to get things right. Because if things are not right from the angle of the governance, it will affect every other areas. It will affect other areas of endeavors.
Okay. With what I have with me here, with recent legislation on not young to rule in Nigeria. So, do you think youth are taking these opportunities?
Yeah, I believe gradually youth are, just like I mentioned earlier, that prior before now, that there's no too much noise about youth getting involved in policies, but with a bill like this and several other agitations and clamor, people are young persons are gradually beginning to see the reason to get involved, and gradually we are seeing persons getting involved in politics and in governance. Another avenue is what we have, like the parliament for youth, which we have in the state level, and we also have in the national level. So it's giving we young persons opportunity to get involved in what is being done in governance. So which is a very good one. So yeah.
So is there any opportunity for you during the national level, apart from we have the Ministry of Youth and Sports?
Yeah.
We have the Parliament for youth as well,
yeah.
And also in national level.
Yeah.
Apart from anything pertaining to youth, being the head of the state, being the head of the country, being a representative, do you think our youth still have opportunity to hit?
Yeah, it's a process. Yeah,
because
another thing.
Our own current government now in Nigeria, I think we have from 40. No, I'm talking about from 50.
Okay,
to 90.
Another thing I also want us to know is the fact that this thing is a process. These people that we are talking about also started very young. Most of these people we are talking about that are dead, that are old now, they started at a very young age, and they didn't become what they are now. So it's a process. Another thing I also want to tell with the young youth out there is that we should not be we shouldn't be in hurry. It's a process. For us in the parliament, that's one of the things that the parliament is meant for, is to be like a learning stage. It's a process. You cannot just come into politics today and expect to be a local government chairman or to be an honorable or stuff like that. It's a process, because you cannot just come in and just expect it. So persons have been there for a very long time trying to learn through the process. So we have to come in and sit down and learn the rudiment of governance, learn the rudiment of legislature. Sure you get. So it's something that we should not rush to if we really want to get it right. If we truly want to get it right, we have to come in and learn. While we are learning, we are in one way or the other, we are also volunteering, contributing our quota gradually till we have the opportunity. So when the opportunity comes, we are prepared for it. So it's just like saying opportunity meeting preparation, operation meeting opportunity, whichever ways.
Okay, now on a final note, do you think youth has the financial capacity to claim their rightful place in politics?
Yeah, that's one of the things we are talking about. That's one of the issues that is drawing the youth away from running for political office or even joining politics per se, because of the price that they put to acclaiming forms in all of these parties. Sure you get. So for me, I feel it's something that the political parties that we have in Nigeria to look into. So if truly they want us to get involved, if truly they want us to be involved in this thing called politics, they should review the prices that they put on the nomination forms to run for political office. So because those amounts are really outrageous, just like I mentioned earlier. So it's something that they should look into and review, and with time, I know we'll get there.
Even though with this, do you think with this, youth should be even given the opportunity?
Just like I said, gradually we are waking up.
Because I understand the answer you gave to me, but in recent things we are saying now, if you check out, even though in party for primary running, you have to work towards some people. You have to pay some people some certain money.
Yeah.
And do you think all these this so-called Baba, all our elders will allow that?
That's why I'm saying that I'll continue to clamor for more young persons.
Some of them has money,
yeah.
And some of them are only looking for the post.
Just like to come in, our strength is needed. The wisdom of the elders are needed, but our strength, our exposure is needed to bring the needed change that we need in this state and country that we find ourselves.
And you think youth can do it?
Why not?
Because some of our elders will tell you like waiting their eyes don't see.
That was why I mentioned that the wisdom of the elders is not that we are going to discard them totally. Okay. Sure you get. Their wisdom is very, very crucial. All of these things that we just want to pass through, they've been through it. Yeah. Sure you get. So their wisdom is very, very important. So we need them. But things are evolving. Things are changing.
But as we need them, they don't. I don't think they need us, because the way they do is.
And that is because we need to penetrate that system more. We need to penetrate that system more. That's why getting involved, joining a political party, it is very, very crucial if you really want to play the politics the right way you are meant to play politics. So we need more of us come into the system and make the change that we need.
Okay, no problem about that. So please, can you give us a last word to encourage the youth to get involved in their little capacity for the development of the society and the country at large?
All right, and thank you very much. It's been an amazing time. So on a very final note, I would just want to encourage everyone out there, for those that have registered to get their PVC, it is time to pick up your PVC now. For those that are registered July, I want to believe that your PVCs are now ready. So I want to encourage us to get our PVC. One of the ways that we can also contribute to governance is by voting. Is by exercising our civic human rights by voting.
But some people already have their own PVC.
Yeah.
But some of them will not come out.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
They will think me going to polling units now, and maybe in any cause for alarm, I should not get injured. No, how never.
So if you keep saying this, then we'll keep giving these so-called people that we say they are running the country the way they're not supposed to run it, the opportunity to continue that way. So we need to really get involved. We really need to get involved sincerely. Get our PVC. For those that are not really interested in joining politics, one of the way you can contribute to government, get your PVC, and when it's time to vote, vote. If you truly want to see the change that we want. See, if your vote does not count, they will not rig the election. If our vote does not count, they will not rig it.
So okay, yeah,
they will not buy votes. They will not buy votes. I meant to say they will not buy votes. They will not be vote buying, because they know that it counts. Because if your votes do not count, no politician will come and meet you and give you money to vote for him or her. Sure you get, because they know that it counts. So it is high time we all wake up and get involved. Get involved. It's very important. So I want to encourage people that have interest in joining politics. Let us come out and join. The more the merrier. If we have 5-6 of us of the same like minds and we are there, it will be difficult for us to be corrupted. It will be difficult for us to be bought over.
Yeah.
Sure you get. So we need more of us to come into this system and shake things up.
So thank you very much, Honorable Olatunji
Oluwatobiloba.
And thank you very much once again. And because we always said youths are the future and the leader of tomorrow.
The future is even now. The future is now.
It's not in next
no, the future is now.
It's not in next 1 minute.
No, the future is now. So it's time we wake up from our slumber and just
so please, to all our listeners and all our viewers, please, I want you to be waking up, like keep waking up, like bring out, let it shine in you.
Resolve to uphold the honor of our land and for generations.
And don't forget, this program is brought to you by the Oyo State Youth Parliament.
And for generations to come.
And for the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourist.
And we will get
To all youth out there, my own special advice for you: let's come together to build one nation and one Nigeria. I still remember one of our adage then, Honorable. They said, Baba ṣe tọ́mọ lèèyàn ṣe máa bá in Yoruba, because if you train your own daughter well, your own child well, that's the way you even see it in the future. I still remain my humble self, Arnold Dynamics. Thank you very much. I'll see you by next week, by God's grace. Stay safe.